Hey, what's up, you guys? WyattXHim here, everyone's favorite YouTuber who stutters and mispronounces. And today we got another opinion or thought video that I like doing. I love seeing all different opinions, comparing, contrasting, starting conversations and whatnot, and looking at different outlooks and this and that. And today I want to do a discussion about CD, vinyl, cassettes, vinyl versus cassettes versus CDs. Which one do you prefer? Now, I want to do it like this now because now I'm really starting to enjoy all three formats. When I started this, it was all CDs. Then midpoint, it was vinyl and a little bit of CDs, and I hated cassettes. Now, I like all three, in all honesty now. All three really I'm in the mood to listen to. And I don't know, I have a lot of different opinions about all three now. All three have advantages and disadvantages that I look for certain things within, maybe the production of an artist, the artist itself, the genre itself, to really kind of gravitate towards what format I'd rather have it on. Now, before we get into this, I will admit what Marty said in his last update, the beginning intro to that video. I agree with 100%. No matter what format it's on, CD, vinyl, or cassette, the most important thing is that you get that music, you get the experience, and you get your money's worth pretty much out of each one, no matter what it is, and that's the most important thing. And it's simply put, but so well said, and he's very right on that, I will say. So let's get into it now. Lately, which I don't make it secret, I prefer vinyl. It's all my updates really contain them. I can't remember the last time I had an update that didn't have vinyl in it. And out of the three formats, the majority of the collection is vinyl. And for me, it's mostly because I look at this as the most prestige, really. Not because it's, priced the highest on Discogs, which really that would make it more of a turnoff than anything, but just its overall look. It's how it's bigger than the other two, how the outlook of it, and again, it just has like this nostalgic value that I still get the same feeling I got the first time I bought a vinyl. I still get that same feeling when I buy a vinyl to this day, like nearly 2 years later. I still get that feeling. I still get like that, really excitement out of it. And I think that's a huge reason why I've always gravitated towards vinyl as of lately. It's just this prestige feeling I get, and this nostalgia with it, that I just seem to prefer it over the other two. But lately I've noticed, with my bank account slowly going down, that cassettes are really starting to become a new favorite of mine, and massive reason towards that, the price. That is just so awesome. I guess what makes it just why I'm just obsessing over it right now and really getting more into it is that I was just so used to spending $20 plus on a record. Now, I can get pretty much 5 cassettes for the same price as one vinyl. And that's what I think I'm really just is like the selling point for me with cassettes. And I can get, in all honesty, I get even more of a nostalgic value out of cassettes. When I really took car rides to school with my mom, she would always play a cassette tape or some sorts. I don't know where the hell those things are, but like the Beatles and all this other children's stuff of like educational songs and whatnot. For the first few years of my life, I thought that was like the only format out there was cassettes. I didn't know what CDs or vinyl were, and it's just something about cassettes I just get even a bigger nostalgic feeling out of, and I think that's why I keep buying more and more. And they're also collectible as hell. They don't take up as much space as a vinyl whatsoever, and they seem a little bit more durable, I feel like. I know a lot of people say they lose them, they drop them, and they break or whatnot. I haven't had that problem whatsoever. But, yeah, they don't take up much space. They're insanely cheaper. And the nostalgic value is, I feel like, at this point, even more for me than a vinyl. And for CDs, I tend not to buy them as much. It's not like I hate it and I don't want anything to do with it, because CDs are what I play in my car like 90% of the time. And what I do now with CDs when I buy them, if an album is like catchy, something you can sing along to, something that has like a really catchy hook, a catchy chorus, or it's a really fun album, I tend to buy that for the car rides to work, because I need all the joy I can get out of something to get myself through work now, because it's near Christmas and, oh Lord, people are buying a lot of stuff. So I tend to lately buy a lot of CDs for, the fun value of them for car rides now. For me personally, what I've noticed with CDs. But another thing too is, like I said, the price really is a big, selling point for all three, obviously. Vinyl are the most expensive, CDs the second, and tapes are the cheapest easily, and the tapes win that debate, no doubt. Now, also, for each format, personally, another thing too is the production and genre as well. I've noticed what I really like is stuff that's very lo-fi, very noisy. I honestly want that stuff on cassette. The sound and just the really shitty production I guess you get out of cassettes every now and then. It comes up very older and more rusty. Really complements those dismal sounds that you get out of like some noisier stuff or some lo-fi stuff, especially perfectly for black metal. I feel like cassettes, it works in its favor. For more atmospheric stuff, vinyl. For me personally, anything that's even remotely atmospheric has to be on vinyl for me. That's just me personally. And anything that has a more high production value, that comes off very digital, very high quality produced stuff, CD. It works too well, I feel like. And that's another thing too that plays into effect of like which one I prefer more. But overall, I just prefer vinyl. It's the most prestige to me, and just the overall nostalgic feeling. And I don't know, it's just like, now it's just something that has like a personal attachment to, that I really can't put into words. It's just something that I personally feel with it. And cassettes lately, like I said, I'm really starting to enjoy it a lot more. I've had a lot more of a bigger likeness to it, and I kind of regret all the negative things I said when I started this channel about them. And CDs are just kind of like the middleman right now. But that's me right now with the three formats. Really curious to know which one you prefer and why you may dislike or like the other ones. So always up for hearing new conversations, new opinions, and stuff like that. So, like always, thanks for watching, liking, supporting, and subscribing. You guys are the best, and good listens.